I was on vacation, and the book that I brought with me was Rich Dad Poor Dad. And at first, that first day was like, man, this is a crock. I don't believe any of this. This is terrible. Then the second day was like, wait, this is starting to make some sense. Okay, I understand. And then by the third day, I'm like, I need to do this. And at that point there, we said, well, hey, why don't we do as many as we can together? And then we started getting into joint venture partners, helping more and more people. So that was really the start of it, that book, and then that first opportunity where I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Hello, and welcome back to the Very Real Estate Effect podcast, a show dedicated to real estate investing right here in Quebec. How's it going, Dino?
I'm doing great, my friend. Doing great. We actually started doing some work on a flipping project that we took delivery in the beginning of 1st of March. So it's looking good. Project is going great. How about you guys?
Good. Projects in the pipeline. Still building, almost building the team. Finished building the team for the big new project that I'm a little reluctant to talk about, but soon we'll announce it. And good stuff. Like the beginning of the year has been fantastic so far. So I'm just, surfing on that good energy.
Love it. Love it. We have a special guest today. We are investors from Montreal, but today we have a guest from Ontario. Alfonso, how are you?
I am great. I'm very happy to be here with you guys both, Dino, Axel, and really excited to have a chat with you guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So, for the audience, Alfonso Salemi is the owner of Jag Properties, who specialize in rent-to-own, and also the president of the Co-op. So, Alfonso, I'll let you introduce yourself, talk about a bit your business, and tell us what the Co-op is also.
Yes, absolutely. Like you mentioned, yeah, one of the co-owners and co-founders of Jag Properties. We are a rent-to-home specialist. We really enjoy helping people get into home ownership when they don't think it's possible. So we work with joint venture partners, with professionals, as well as tenant buyers to get into the home ownership program. And yeah, like you mentioned, CAROP is the Canadian Association of Rent-to-Own Professionals. I know, Dino, you are an amazing and valued member of CAROP, and we span the entire country from coast to coast, having different members in different provinces all across Canada, and really striving to operate rent to own ethically. It's no surprise or no secret that maybe sometimes the rent to own strategy is, sometimes, first of all, not known very well. So most people don't understand it. And when you don't understand something, you tend to shy away from it. But there's always, just like anything, some negative stories in people that, maybe don't like it because of their neighbor's dog walker's uncle's best friend was in a rent-to-own program, and it went sideways or it went bad. But again, what we're trying to do is bring more education to the marketplace, showing how providers like Jag Properties, like yourself, Dino, are helping people get into home ownership, helping investors get great returns, and helping professionals, mortgage brokers, realtors close more deals.
So, Alfonso, how the hell did you start in real estate?
Oh man, it feels like yesterday, and then some days it feels like 100 years ago. But the way that I got started, I was on vacation, and the book that I brought with me was Rich Dad Poor Dad. So many people, this book, I think this is, obviously in the real estate world. If you're listening to this episode, if you haven't heard of that book, then yeah, you haven't been listening long enough, I guess.
Yeah.
But that book has changed so many people's lives, and I'm just one that it did. So I was reading that. I was on vacation, by the pool, passive income, have money work for you while you're not working, and then sip on my drink, and I'm like, this sounds really good, right? And then after that, it seemed like real estate investing was just coming up everywhere. It's like when you buy a red car and all you see is red cars on the road. So there was some training, the first, come into a banquet hall, you get a 2 hour, 3 hour, pitch to go buy the three-day course. And then on the 3-day course, I had met, my first real estate mentor. He was amazing. He's an amazing presenter, still in contact with him today and still reach out to him just to bounce ideas and get mentorship from. And, at first, that first day was like, man, this is a crock. I don't believe any of this. This is terrible. Then the second day was like, wait, this is starting to make some sense. Okay, I understand. And then by the third day, I'm like, I need to do this. So then I signed up for, the big package. It was like $30,000 for the training education. It was like 4 or 5 classes that I took. And one of the classes, and my favorite one, it was called lease option rent to own. And yeah, from there on, like, got to learn how you can help people get into home ownership, how you can still make a great return on your investment. And for me at the time, I was always worried. I knew people that had rental properties, or, got to know more people. And that was always the worry. These people are going to ruin the property. They're never going to pay. And tenants were the worst people in the world, right? Like, everybody, property managers, was chasing people for rent. So the rent to own strategy really, really spoke to me, because these people had a vested interest. They wanted to own the home. And at that point there, I started, learning more and more, had a mentor, like I mentioned. And my now business partner in Jag Properties, Adam, we got on, we never had met in person, but he had sent out an opportunity, like I had, I was pounding the pavement, meeting realtors, mortgage brokers, telling them, hey, we can do rent to own, myself, my business partners, which were like my mentors that had done all these programs. We can help you close more deals. And then finally, I had a little bit of, financing capability myself, some money saved up, and my business partner now, Adam, sent out an opportunity, and it was checked off all the boxes that we had learned in the classes. So I sent them an email back. I think it was within 5 minutes. I said, hey, I want to invest in this deal. I want to be your partner. Let's go. He sent one back in less than 5 minutes right back. He says, okay, sounds great. And I was like, oh no, what do I do now? Right?
What did I get myself into?
Exactly. But you know what? He was really great. I had my mentor still that was, teaching me to ask the right questions. How was it set up, the structure, what was in the agreements, what was all that. And it was fantastic that, both Ab and I have really different personalities. I was always on the sales, marketing, networking, meeting new people, doing interviews like this. I love this kind of stuff. He is more of an engineer background, very ones and zeros, the facts only, that kind of stuff. So our business partnership really took off because we complemented each other on, his strengths were my weaknesses, my strengths were his weaknesses. And yeah, that the kind of, they say that the rest is history from there. We partnered on that first deal. I remember being on the phone calls, listening to Adam speaking, on mute, at my job, in the bathroom or outside, listening in on the phone calls, how the conversations were going. And I said, this is great. I want to learn how to do this. And at that point there, we said, well, hey, why don't we do as many as we can together? And then we started getting into joint venture partners, helping more and more people. So that was really the start of it, that book. And then that first opportunity where I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Hey, just one quick thing for everyone listening. Before we go any further, can you, just so everyone is clear, can you define what is rent to own? Because we're going to refer to it a lot, and I just want everyone to be on the same page. So what is it? What does it actually mean?
Yes, absolutely. So I know Dino knows what it means in French, right? Location achat. So for all those Quebec listeners, I was working on my accent, but it's exactly what it's exactly what it sounds like. Is so a particular person, individual, family that can't qualify for conventional financing or a mortgage. They go to the bank, they go to a broker, and they get turned down by conventional financing. What we do is we underwrite them. We say, okay, this is why you can't qualify. It's your income, down payment, credit. And we say, okay, this is what you can purchase. So what we do is we help our clients throughout the program fix the issues of qualifying and then sell the home back to them. So essentially, we buy the home for these clients, put together the agreements, the lease, the option, contract, and then we sell the home back to them at a predefined time, at a predetermined price, and they buy the home back from us at the end of the program. So really, we call them tenant buyers, right? They tenants first, then they are buyers. They buy the home at the end of the program.
So with these programs, Alfonso, talk to us about a bit like the team you have with you to build these transactions, to help your customers and the process and all that they go through, and who helps you do all this.
Yes, absolutely. The team has definitely grown from Adam and I. Now we have, including myself and Adam, there's 10 team members. a part of the Jag Properties team, that that we have a really sound process. Like I said, my business partner is an engineer, so we have the process pretty locked down. But right off the start, is our administration team that reaches out, contacts the clients, or the clients get in contact with them, and then we start the document collection the same way that a mortgage broker, a bank, or lender would, collecting applications, financial docs like job letters and tax returns, things like that. Then we have our financial team that basically reviews all these documents and says, okay, let's understand why these clients can't qualify, how long the program needs to be, what items need to be addressed so that they can qualify. They determine a budget so that the client can go out and shop. We have an operations team that basically works with our clients, but also works with real estate professionals like mortgage brokers, realtors, but specifically realtors, to help these clients shop. So we're not realtors. We don't have any specific realtors that are on our team, or that that we are a realtor. If a client's been referred by a realtor, then they get to go out and shop with the client to go and find the home, and obviously still make their commission, and they definitely earn it in this type of market. So yeah, we have our operations team, and again, they're in contact with the client throughout the program, making sure everything is in check with the property. Sometimes these are first time buyers, don't understand things, or major systems of the home, or furnaces and all that kind of stuff, being able to call in and check in. And then back to our finance team that helps them qualify for the finance, puts them into that mortgage at the end of the program. So obviously we have our sales and marketing and sales executives that are helping us grow as well too. But that's our team. We work with professionals. We don't have any in-house mortgage brokers or agents, real estate agents, because we want to work with as many people as we can.
So our listeners that are watching or listening to this episode, obviously you have this big team behind your business, but for those who want to maybe start in real estate and do rent to own, it's possible for someone to start small and not to have all this huge team and business and all that. If so, what would you recommend, or what the approach will be?
Of course, that's how I started. That's how we started. There was just me, and then it was just Adam and I. Again, if this is a strategy that you're interested in, get yourself educated. Talk to myself. Talk to people like Dino. Get involved. We have masterminds every month with the Canadian Association of Rent-Own Professionals. Sometimes we open that up to people that are not members. There's different classes, courses all across the country that are that are educating people about rent-own. So if it's something that you really want to get involved in, first educate yourself, learn how it works, what's the pros, the cons, things like that. Listen to amazing podcasts like this that you can educate yourself. But then secondly, figure out where you can find clients. That is really the lifeblood of the business, of where you can find potential tenant buyers that are not able to qualify for financing. And mortgage brokers, realtors are a great resource because they're helping clients. And if the client can't purchase the home, that realtor doesn't make their commission, that mortgage broker doesn't make that commission. So they want to offer a solution, and I'm sure looking for solutions to help their clients. So that's what I did. I would sit in Tim Hortons. That was my office, meeting with people, talking about rent to own, saying how we can help them. And the other part of it as well, we work with a lot, like we have a referral partner program. So we work with a lot of individuals that don't necessarily want to do this full time, but come across individuals or meet individuals that can't qualify. So we pay a referral fee, and we're happy to offer that referral fee to that person, so that you can now build up some revenue for yourself and maybe invest it or do something like that, or go on vacation, buy education, whatever that looks like. So we're happy to help anybody that wants to get started, to educate them on what to look for and how to find clients.
Nice. So Alfonso, yourself as an investor, do you basically concentrate in rent own, or you invest in other type of properties?
Yeah, definitely. My favorite is investing in rent to own. Obviously, I get to see behind the scenes in our process and our programs. I do have I think it's now up to I think it's 8 or 9 rental properties as well too, like doors of just the normal rental buy and hold type properties. We did a duplex conversion on one in Hamilton, which is a great experience. The issue was I lived like maybe 2 blocks away from the property, and I was there every day. I went by there, took a look at it, and that's maybe not the best way to approach it. Kind of like, hey, hurry up, what's going on? Let's go. Sometimes maybe it is better to be hands off. But I learned a lot throughout the program. I had a really great friend that was a contractor, as well as the design team of, going through the permitting, understanding that the construction. I'm not the most handy person. I'm the first to admit that. I break more things than I fix. But I enjoy the process. I like the demo. That's really, really fun. But I got to learn a lot on, once you rip everything down, it's the systems, the major systems of the home. It's not that complicated.
Yeah. And it's good to be able to have experience a little bit in every field. And doesn't mean you're going to be the electrician or the plumber, but just to have a basic understanding of how does it work? How does it all connect? So at least in every other reno and transaction that you go through, you have a much better understanding.
Cool. Alfonso, thank you so much. So people want to know about Alfonso Salemi or Jag Properties. Where do they go?
Yeah, visit us on our website. It's jaagproperties.com. You can get in touch with us on the website. It's our info@jagproperties.com. We have so much information, videos, things like that we are putting out all the time on how to help more and more people. So yeah, it would be really great to reach out if you want to learn more. If rent to own from an investing standpoint, if you're a realtor, a mortgage broker, or if you're a client, reach out and we'd be happy to share more information. And I really appreciate and want to thank both you, Dino and Axel, for the opportunity to speak with you guys and be on the podcast today. You guys are doing a great job, again, educating people, sharing your stories. It's amazing. And thank you guys so much.
Well, thank you for the pleasure is shared, man. Thank you very much for attending today. As you said, we all have a role to play in that education piece, and I'm really glad that you could be on so we can share your side of it. So thank you for attending today. Again, to everyone listening, jagproperties.com, go and visit, get in touch with Alfonso. And if you'd like to continue supporting us, please share this episode with a friend who's interested in rent to own. It might make a difference for them. So leave us some comments, subscribe to the show, and in any case, tune in next week for another episode. So thank you very much. And now go make some offers. Ciao, ciao.